On page 49, we're going to begin with marking a line break. Okay, Dave noticed that the list of customer comments lacks the names of the customers who made them. Okay, we're going to use citations for that. So I'm back here at my jprop.html file. I'm going to locate the first customer comment and add that cite tag. So I'm going to look at page 50, and I'm going to go down to the block quote. Right here. Here's the first customer. And right before the end of the P, right after performances, I'm going to hit enter, space over, and cite. I'm not sure what happened there. England. And I'm going to close the cite tag there. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it down here after this one. I'm going to hit enter. Actually, leave my cursor there. Control V. Well, I guess not. I'll space it over and change the name and the company. And then the same thing here. Space over, Control V, and change the name. And I'm going to do Control S, and I'm going to go look now, my browser. I'm going to refresh, and now you can see over here where the customer comments are that that's changed. So I'm going to go now over to page 51, and we're going to learn about how to insert a line break. Okay, line breaks must be placed within grouping elements such as paragraphs or headings. Some browsers accept them. A browser displaying an HTML document will reject the code in which a text level element such as BR is placed outside of any grouping element. Okay, so we're gonna put them where it's indicated there. So I'm gonna come back here, and after the paragraph, right here, right above the first cite, I'm going to put the BR code, or B space, and then slash. It's an opening and closing tag all on its own. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to come down here above Douglas's name, hit enter and space over, and do the same. I'm just going to do Control V. Yeah. And Control V, and then we're going to save it and refresh our browser. And now they're on a line, the next line. Okay, so it's not all running together. So go ahead and save. They also talk about an HR tag, which is just similar to the BR, except instead of just having it go to the next line, it will actually enter a horizontal rule. Okay, next we are going to learn how to insert an inline image into a web page. So I'm back to my jprop.html file, and I'm going to go to the H1 heading at the top of the body section and delete the jprop shop. Right here, the H1, the jprop shop, and instead I'm going to put in the code to insert a picture. Alt Okay, so this is the picture file and it's referencing the folder in which we have this page saved. Remember before we had to move it back in because of the external style sheet? Same thing here. All elements of a page need to be saved in the same folder, all of them. So alt equals quotes, and this is the alternative text, which means if the picture for some reason fails to show up on your web page, this text would be there in place of it. And then after that last quote, you hit space, then the backslash, and then the greater than sign. Okay, so now let's go ahead and Control S, and let's refresh our page. And the picture is supposed to be at the top. Let's see. Mine is not, and it looks like I kind of maybe screwed up somewhere. So I'm going to come back over here and look. I've got H1 SCR SRC. That's why. Save it, refresh it, and now it pops up. It's very important that you're accurate. Okay, and then you can add figures and figure captions also to pictures. And the coding for that you can see at the beginning at the bottom of page 53 on over into page 54. Let's practice entering that in. Okay, I'm going to click in here, and there's the picture, and let's just put this over. I'm going to do figure just to experiment. Let's type in the code at the very top of page 54. I'm going to pause while we do this. Okay, and so you can see I added that code in. We're just experimenting here. I'm going to do Control S and go to the browser and refresh. And you can see this is what it does. See, there's no, that's the alternative text, master stick. And the reason why is because in this folder where we have our website saved, there is no master stick.jpg or PNG file. So that's why that shows up like that. So that's a good example of what happens when the picture's not there. But we don't need to put this in here. So we're going to go ahead and delete that and save it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at page 55. We're going to use the demo page to do some special characters, some symbols. So let's go ahead and go to the demo, and over here I'm going to type ampersand, which is the and symbol above the 7 on your keyboard, pound 163 semicolon, and then I'm going to click show or preview code, and it displays the pound symbol. Okay, replace the value in the input box with ampersand reg semicolon and preview. Okay, and that's the registered trademark symbol. So you can see there in the middle, figure 144, it shows you the different codes needed to put in different characters. Okay, there's all kinds of them. Okay, you can take some time now to pause this video and go ahead and experiment with some of those if you'd like. Okay, we're going to go now back to the code, and I'm going to locate the customer comment from Thomas Gage. So I'm going to scroll down. Right here is the customer comment from Thomas Gage, and right before cite, right here, I'm going to type ampersand, above the 7 sign, 8212, semicolon, space. And then I'm going to come down here. Well, I'm going to copy that. Shift and the arrow key to select it, Control C. And we come down here in front of Douglas Peterson. It's the same one, Control V. And in front of Linda, the same thing. And I'm also going to put down here the pro right here, ampersand bull, semicolon, and I'm going to copy that. After drive, paste it. And after the phone, or after the zip code, I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to do Control S to save. And I'm going to go back to my browser window and I'm going to refresh. And what does that look like? Ah, we've got a dash. And then down below by the address, we've got a dot that separates them, which looks kind of nice. Okay, now let's move on to, okay, moving ahead on page 58, it talks about specifying the character set. To render a numeric character reference correctly, a browser must apply the correct character set to a web page. Okay, and then they show you what the code is there that you could put in. For our site, we are just going to put in, right above title, meta character set. Okay, and I'm going to do Control S to save it. Come back over here and refresh. And you can see nothing happens. It's just to keep it in compliance. And that's it.